Another distinction is the category of time focus. Most counseling that I'm familiar with, that I've either participated in as a client or done or studied, is a lot about the past. And what's happened in your past? How did you get to this point in your life? Again, I know not all therapy, but a lot of therapy is like that. Whereas coaching is about the present and the future. My slide's not quite right here. I just got present there, but please, in your notes, if you're taking them, or on the screen, we'll put "and the future." The focus of coaching, particularly of life coaching, is what do you want tomorrow? What do you want right now? What do you want in the next 10 minutes? What do you want in the next 10 days? What do you want in the next 10 weeks, 10 years? What do you want for the entire rest of your life? That's the focus. That's where we're looking. Now, do we ever talk about the past? Yeah, a little bit, but that's not where we're really looking. Next category in the distinction is location. Now, I realize that there are some unusual therapists who will take you to a hot tub and put you underwater and have you breathe through a snorkel and re-experience your birth. I know that. I've done that. It's actually not bad if you haven't tried it. But of course, that's counseling. It's about the past, and it's not in an office. But most therapy, most counseling is done in an office, face-to-face. You know, it used to be done on a couch, and not so often now, but that's where it is. But the kind of coaching that I do and Richard does and Joanne, and the kind of coaching we're talking about that Bill does, it's done everywhere. Some of my best coaching I receive out on the running path with Richard. Some of the best coaching I receive. Some of the best work I've done has been outside with people. And, or in an office, or on the telephone, or even in an email, or even in a letter. I mean, there's all in a park. There's so many modalities or locations for coaching. Now, of course, that could be done in therapy, but it's so seldom done in therapy, I think it's a distinction. Another category of distinction is the duration of the session. Mostly, therapy is like an hour, or something like that. Now, I know there's variations of that, but most of the time when I do coaching with people, it's like 5 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, half a day, 2 days. A year ago, I had a client come out here from California. We had been working together for 3 months. It's one of my newest clients. We'd been working together for 3 months, and then he came out to Rapid City, and we worked together for a day and a half in this room, one-on-one, face-to-face. Then we went back and worked together on the telephone. So the time frame is different. 5 minutes is very effective. Voicemail, oh, I forgot to list that under location. I love the voicemail. Just did some coaching the other day, and I asked this woman who I worked with to leave me a message every day for the next 5 days. Actually, that's not quite right. She asked me if she could leave me a message every day for the next 5 days. She asked me if we could be in contact. I said, well, I'm going to be in this workshop. It's going to be a little hard. I would talk to you before 7:30 in the morning or after 7:30 at night. And she said, well, how about a message on your voicemail? And I get a lot of those. I have a client in Washington, D.C. She's been working on her health for several years. She's been talking to me about her health on my voicemail. Just a little check-in. I respond on her voicemail. That's 5 minutes, sometimes 30 minutes, or an hour or two. Telephone, face-to-face, email, voicemail. Now, could you do therapy that way? Probably. It's hardly ever done. The kind of coaching I'm talking about, it's always done. Duration of the relationship. In therapy and counseling, almost by ethics, it's until resolution of the presenting problem. There's a presenting problem in a therapeutic relationship. Once that presenting problem has been resolved, the relationship generally is to end. Insurance companies want it to end. Employers, if you're doing work for an employer, wants it to end. And the ethics of the profession says, you know, don't string these people along with you forever. It's time to end it. They came with a particular problem, issue, gets resolved, end it. But in coaching, it's the opposite. It's designed from the get-go to be multi-year, multi-decade. From the beginning, that's its designed. Anything so far? Because if you're a therapist and I'm not doing this right, this is a good time to say something. Bob, we'll get your microphone. And anybody else? I've got a few more, and I'm about done with this little presentation. And then Cynthia after Bob. Yeah.
One thing that just popped into my mind as you were going through location, something that came up was a lot of people journal. And it just popped into my mind, journal is almost like coaching yourself, and the paper listens. You write things down, and at the end it's like, oh, okay, I got it. Throw the piece of paper away, it's done. That's just an insight I had I wanted to share.
Yeah, and it's a great idea, too. Within that insight, Bob, I actually hear a suggestion, and that is to use your journaling as a client to inform your coach, and vice versa. As a coach, you can ask your client to use pieces of his or her journal to inform you. I've done that with two different. I had a coach out in California, Southern California. It started as a therapeutic relationship and really turned into a coaching relationship. And I had a coach from Quebec, Montreal, Canada. It started as a coaching relationship. With both those people, I sent them many, many pages of my journal. And it was just another way that I could communicate who I was to them and then have them listen fully back.